How do I sound?
You know how I told you
Do I
to
sound manly?
You know how I told you to write down the
Yeah.
beard, how people's beards are like the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing I cannot fucking stand, and it really gets on my last fucking nerve, is when a dude has the same beard for like years on end.
But you have the same beard.
No. Let me explain in further detail. I'm talking about dudes that like get the shit trimmed every fucking week. I think I might shout out to Adam. Adam has probably had the same beard for like because he's grown. See, he's grown his out and then cut it. I'm talking about dudes that get it every fucking week. They get the same, the perfect line. Like Rick Ross has had the same beard for 5 to 10. I mean, for as long as I've ever seen him, and it's the perfect line, and it never moves. Right? Let your shit grow out just a little bit, and then go cut it. It's just damn it. I'm sick of seeing your beard the same length every fucking week I come in here, and it's really getting on me. It's really getting to me.
But it just shows that like they like to be a clean cut person.
I don't like to be a clean cut person. I feel odd when I'm a clean cut guy. I just feel
you
like
feel straight and narrow. You like to be whiny and curvy.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I get dressed, like I need like a little in it.
I guess
I feel like if I get my haircut every week and then the beard trimmed every single week, consecutive weeks on end, I'm just gonna hate myself.
You're a square.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. I mean, you're not a square, but you're kind of a square.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You fall into the category.
You fall into the square category. I guess you're a fucking square.
Yeah, they're just different.
I was trying so hard not to be insulting, but you just had to say square. I haven't heard anybody say square since the 5th grade. So last week we didn't put out a video, and the reason why is because I didn't think it was necessary at all to put out a video during all the protests and all the Black Lives Matter movement stuff. I didn't want to take away from any of that, and I didn't think we're not a big platform either, so it kind of would have been looking like I was trying to benefit off the situation. So I just kind of laid back, and we're here now for this episode. So this will be episode 86. We'll just act like nothing, like there was no episode. Well, there really was no episodes, but we'll just jump to the next number. Yeah. But I would like to say that me and Mallory support Black Lives Matter to the fullest, and we do think there should be justice on the fucking cop that killed him.
There should have been justice a long time ago.
Shout out to George Floyd. Not shout out to George Floyd. Rest in peace, George Floyd. David Guetta said shout out to George Floyd. I got to show you that, by the way. He's going to be our reject of the week.
David Guetta?
David Guetta. But
why do I know that name?
David Guetta's a DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, you've heard him back in like 2006 type shit.
Yeah, I probably listened to him.
He's going to be rejected of the day, but he's also going to be like, he's rejected of the day, but it's for a good cause. No, you know what?
Shout out to George Floyd.
Shout out to George Floyd. Shout out to his family.
For unfortunately being the face of 2020 for this.
He's the face of 2020. That's very correct. I think they should at least put him so I'm very certain he'll get a memorial. What do you say it? Memorial? A statue, something.
Monument.
I saw they put up the Black Lives Matter.
Leading up to the White House?
Leading up to the White House. That's badass. It looks fucking cool shit. It's got the equal sign right next to it.
Yeah, and it's yellow. It just stands out. It's just perfect. I thought that was fucking
cool. But shout out to George Floyd's family for being peaceful. I mean, the most peaceful people I've ever seen in this time when everybody else is going crazy. Or not going crazy, but everybody's trying to stand up for justice. They're also standing up for justice, but in a completely way. I don't know if I could contain myself the way they're containing it. I mean, they're out there talking about, telling people, don't break down the stores. We're a peaceful family. Mm-hmm. We don't condone violence and all that. That takes courage, because I got to be 100% honest with you.
I don't think I could have controlled
There's
myself.
no way I could do that, because if my brother got killed by a cop in this situation like that, and then to add on top of it, it was some racist shit.
Yeah.
There's no way I would be sitting there telling people we're
peaceful.
I'd be like, fucking blow this bitch up.
Yeah.
But I'd be out there blowing shit up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you can't blame people for going crazy at this time. No. And you can't blame people for wanting to stand up, because...
And I mean, nowadays it's like nobody listens to just a voice. You literally have to take action in order for somebody to notice. That was
crazy. So we did a podcast last week, and we did a whole episode, but we didn't put the episode out. I mean, it was a good episode, but there was no need to even put it out because I didn't want to distract from the situation. But my point is I talked about how many states were protesting at the time, and at that time we did that on a Sunday.
Yeah, it was like
the protest really didn't
5.
that we did it on a Sunday. The Monday after this shit, that's when it went. That's when the looting and the riots and everything started. But at that Sunday, it was only Chicago, Atlanta, Louisville, Minneapolis, Houston, and Dallas. I think Dallas. I don't know if Dallas was till Monday. I don't know. Dallas wasn't until Monday.
Yeah.
May have been Sunday, but it was Sunday, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And then that next Monday, that's when.
I guess, yeah. It's hard to keep track of it all.
Yeah, well,
so much going on.
That's when that next Monday, all of the United States of America starts protesting.
Even over there in Australia and Paris, like they're taking action
so that's
too,
what I was going to get to is that you see America, and when you see America, you're like, holy shit! I've never seen this in my entire life.
Literally, in our existence, I don't think anything like this.
I'm not too informed or too educated on the civil rights riots back in then, but I don't know if that was nationwide. And maybe it may sound ignorant as shit right now, but I don't know how that big that was, but I know that wasn't nationwide. Because when I saw the United States, I'm like, what the fuck? This is insane that everybody's coming together like this. And then you see Canada. It's like nothing's going on in Canada anyway, so I totally understand that. Like we haven't
Shout out to my Canadians.
Shout out to the Canadians because they're like, we haven't been pissed off at shit. So now that we actually got something we can be pissed off about, let's fucking go. So they stand up to it. Australia, fucking France,
Paris,
fucking France, Paris, same thing, right?
I get Paris, France.
France, whatever.
Whatever, same thing.
Oui, bonjour, the whole fucking 9 yards. But then you see them, and then you see the whole world starts protesting. And that is insane. So shout out to the whole fucking world for
coming together
in this times. Now was Nick Vivar in Mansfield protesting? No, because Nick Vivar had to work. Was Nick Vivar and Matt Vivar at the Dallas protest? No. Why? Because I'm not trying to get tear gas in the fucking eye. These cops are going nuts, man. Yeah. I'm seeing videos of silent protesters. Very, 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 very peaceful protesters. Okay? And I'm talking, and people could say, oh, you don't know what happened before the video. Oh, I'm talking like 10-minute long videos of peaceful protesting. And then cops backing people up, grabbing them by the fucking head, jerking them up so you can get them in the eyes, and then just pepper spraying the shit out of them.
You seen those two cops? I don't know where it was. I forget. I just saw another article on it today about how they pushed a 75-year-old.
Oh my God! Yeah, oh, maybe I should put that video up right here. 8 minutes. That, by the way, that those cops are getting charged.
Yeah. Downright, you don't be pushing the elderly.
Well, okay, so let me say,
I saw the video. He wasn't doing anything.
I got two sides, right? For one, as the old man, not a good idea to run up to these people right now.
You're the one that needs to kind of stay out of the spotlight.
I'm not saying my man's was in the wrong. If you haven't seen the video, it's an older gentleman. He's probably like in his 80s, right? Would you say 80s?
No, maybe 70s.
70s?
He
looked a little elderly.
He didn't look 80.
So maybe 75.
Sure.
Okay, about 75 years old, and these cops are pushing protesters back that were peacefully protesting. And this older gentleman runs up to the cop. He doesn't grab the cop, but he kind of sticks his hand out almost.
Yeah. And
when at that point, two of them pushed. They didn't push the fuck out of him, but as someone, the people who push him probably like 40 years old, 30 years old. You got to know this older man. If you barely push him, you know he's going to go flying. So they didn't shove him, but they gave him a good push.
Yeah.
And they gave him a good push. I mean, that, you want to talk about losing your fucking balance. This dude just went off the rail. Because it's like
they aren't, whatever.
You know that
you don't do that.
You know that cartoon noise? It's like, and they're like, like someone takes off, it's like, yeah. That's what it was like. He was like falling back, and he just took like 5 steps back, and then just boom, and
like, they're fragile. Like, I'm sorry, but like
fragile. I mean, this dude broke like a cardboard box or like a styrofoam
He just folded.
Just folded, and then his head hits the... Thanks for saving me, by the way.
You're welcome.
Right there.
Yeah.
His head hits the ground, and then...
Can you imagine?
That's a hard fall. I mean, that's a hard fall for anybody.
Now.
His head hit the ground, and off the top, blood starts gushing out of his fucking ear.
God.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Blood starts gushing out of his ear. And then, if you look very closely at one of the cops, he goes like this. He like, I told you, motherfucker, out of the way, and he didn't listen. But I see shit like that. I see good cops, and I see cops that are kneeling with everybody and marching with them, and then I see cops that are doing shit like that. Shout out to Donald Trump for fucking... All Donald Trump wanted to do was go take a photo at the church. So what does he do? He tear gases and tear gases and push back a whole bunch of peaceful protesters, fucks them up so he can go take a picture at the church down the street. Meanwhile, Joe Biden don't know where the fuck he is. Joe Biden thinks he's back in the civil rights movement. He don't know what's going on. Talking about if you ain't vote for me, you ain't black. I saw a video the other day where he was reading off Google questions. And one of the Google questions was, how many siblings do you have? And he goes, I got 2 brothers and a sister. That's the love of my life. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Are you stupid?
Never say.
Someone has a hand of Biden's ass, and they just work him like sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off.
Dude, that's hilarious. He's an idiot.
All right, let's go ahead and get into our first topic,
Yeah.
all right? Reject of the week.
Whoop, whoop.
Reject of the week goes out to David Guetta. If you've seen what David Guetta done, I'm giving David Guetta reject of the week, and I'm also giving him. I'm also going to throw him in the Modern Reject Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
So David Guetta, let me pull it up.
I haven't heard about this dude in forever.
Yeah.
So.
I hope we don't get flagged. David Guetta. Okay, so I should have YouTubed this. David Guetta comes on and he makes a song for George Floyd, right? So he makes this song, right, and it's a build-up song. Let me see if I can pull it up. And so this is the song that he made for fucking George Floyd, right? Now, there's some good things in this song, and then there's some parts of the song where you're like, what the fuck? Listen.
All right, people. United at home. The world is going through difficult times. And America too, actually.
What? What?
He said...
In America too, actually.
He said, the world's going through difficult times right now. He's I think he's French, by the way.
Dude,
I think he's French.
Shut up.
I don't know. I need someone to fact check that, but I think he's French, and he goes, the world's going through difficult times right now. And America too. Whoa. David Guetta, it's only America, dog. You ain't shit going on anywhere else but America, David Guetta. You fuck an idiot. So first there's that one, right? Already like off the rails, right? Already someone's like this, right? The beat's like dun 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 dun, they're like this, right? And then he goes all around the world, and you're like this, and you go what? And he goes America too, and you go what? Hey, does he know that this is for fucking America? Okay, let me continue.
So, last night, I knew we were gonna do this. Okay. And I made a special record. So this record is in honor of George Floyd. And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult.
So fucking French. When already things are so difficult. Like, you know what pisses me off about French people? Is when they talk American, they don't fucking talk a complete fucking sentence. You don't hear me going out and talking French and not completing sentences. You know what I'm saying? I hate when they go, grab me cup. Motherfucker, grab me a cup. Just put the A in there. Just put the fucking A in there. Okay, here we go.
God.
So, shout out to his family.
So, shout out to his family. If there's one thing I don't want to hear after my brother dies or my sibling dies is shout out to your family, man. Chris D'Elia, shout out to Chris D'Elia. I was listening to his podcast. He had a good point on this one. He goes,
The legend.
he goes, could you imagine fucking walking up to someone and going, and they're like, yeah, man, my fucking brother just died. And you go, you know what, dude? Shout out to your family, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, here you go.
Floyd. And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Shout out to his family. It kind of goes hard.
The beat,
Yeah,
but
it goes.
shut the fuck up.
Even though we face difficulties,
Put some Martin Luther King in there.
I still
Okay.
have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream.
In recent news, we all know the man who killed George Floyd, Derek Chauvin. I hope I'm saying his name right. Something fishy's going on here, man, and I need some answers. And before I say anything, rest in peace, George Floyd. Good energy to his family, and Black Lives Matter. I support it 100%. I'm not trying to debunk this whole thing. I'm not trying to say the whole thing is a conspiracy. I'm not trying to say that anything that happened was false.
But
But what I'm saying is something's weird here, man. I'm seeing
tricky.
Derek Chauvin's pictures, his mugshot pictures on Twitter and shit. And I gotta tell you, the pictures right here behind me, it looks nothing like him. His mugshot pictures.
Mm-mm.
And it's like, it's to the point where it's like, it's almost insulting how unlookalike it is to him.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
Yeah, it's
Do you
fucking.
legit think I'm an idiot?
I'm gonna put multiple pictures up on the screen, but I mean, we're talking like the hairline's way the fuck off. The ears, you can tell, have been manipulated. The nose, totally different. The lips, the head shape. I mean, the whole thing. I don't know who
What
the.
is it, a widow's peak right here?
Yeah, there's the picture
One
right
guy
there.
has one.
One guy's nose is further down. One guy's ears are in this place. Something's weird here, and that's not the only mugshot picture. So that's the first one, and then there's a whole thread of this shit on Twitter, man. You scroll down some more, and there's another picture. I'm gonna put this one up next.
Yeah, like
That one next. That's another picture, and it doesn't even look like the recent picture that I just had up.
I don't know. I'm just.
Okay, so here's not the funny thing, but here's the weird thing. Okay, so there's this guy right here. I'm going to show you his picture. His name's Benjamin Ray Bailey, and he's an American comedian and who was a licensed taxi driver. I'm not saying that this is him in the picture, but tell me that doesn't look like the dude, the original guy.
Yeah.
Does that not look
That's
similar
a
to the original
taxi
guy?
cab guy?
That's the taxi cab guy. Do you remember him?
Cash cab.
Cash
whatever.
cab, yeah, whatever. You remember him?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm not saying he's the one who did it. I'm just saying this motherfucker looks exactly like that cop. Like, and these are the picture I'm putting on the screen right now is an older picture, so he was younger in these days.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a better picture. He looks exactly like the man in the.
God.
He looks exactly like the man in the video.
And he even has those lines that go across.
Yeah.
And his nose is pointed.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, in a chaotic situation, you would think that time is slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality,
I'd have to argue that it doesn't slow down. I'd have to argue that it. You say it does slow down or doesn't slow down?
it doesn't.
I'd have to argue that it does slow down.
Okay.
Because if I'm in a burning car, and I'm like trying to fight for my life, trying to get out of it, I think it'll feel like forever trying to get out of there.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're.
I guess you won't know until you're
alive.
actually in the situation. Yeah, I don't know. I would say the opposite. You really don't think it's gonna make me fucking angry,
No.
huh?
No.
You're making me angry
Because I've
right
been
now.
in certain situations that it just seems like
Time goes by so fast.
it goes by so fast, and it's like, what was I thinking about within, what are you thinking with those 9 minutes? Like, I would be thinking thousands of scenarios, thousands of ways to fix the situation I'm in, and then before I know it, it's fucking 10 minutes later.
So when they debunked the whole thing where it says time flies when you're having fun?
I mean, that is not fun.
No, I know, but they say time flies when you're having fun, not when you're got a knee on your neck. You may be right. We will never know if we've been in the situation. I'd have to
I hope
argue.
I'm never
And
in
if
a
I got to be honest with you,
situation.
I'm a little mad that you think the complete opposite. But that's fine.
Well,
We're all
you know
entitled to
what?
our own opinions.
We're entitled to our own
And
opinions.
I'm entitled to opinion that you just
and
pissed
you know
me the
what?
fuck off.
Sometimes I like to say things to irritate you.
And you fucking did it because I'm very mad now.
You're so mad.
Let's move on to our next
baby.
subject. Modern Reject Hall of Fame. Modern Reject Hall of Famer of the Week goes out to yours truly, the man, the myth, the legend, the college dropout, the late... Oh, fuck, I fucked it up. I had a whole thing.
Jeez.
He's a college dropout. He's late to graduate, or he's graduated from... Fuck, I fucked the whole thing up. Kanye West. Shout out to Kanye West. We've all been...
What an intro.
Yeah, we've all been expecting some outlandish shit from Kanye these past couple weeks with all the events, and we've been expecting him to come out and really voice his opinion and shit, and really be Kanye and say some shit that he really hasn't been thinking about really, but he just wants to talk about, and he hasn't done that. He hasn't said anything about it. We all know that he is a Trump supporter. You know Kanye's a Trump supporter, right?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I knew
Loves
that.
Trump.
I knew that.
He's a well-known Trump supporter. We know you've said things in the past about African American people that people don't agree with, and the whole thing. So we've been expecting some outlandish shit, and he hasn't said anything. What he's actually done is the complete opposite. He's been out in Chicago marching through the streets with the people, and he's also set up a $2 million. He's also set up a $2 million dollar college fund for George Floyd's daughter.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
Now, let me tell you this. If there's one thing I fucking love about celebrities, it's when they don't say a word. They don't say a word. They don't social media it. They don't do anything. They just fucking act. Mm-hmm. Right? I also want to throw... Floyd Mayweather in on this subject too, because he donated $80,000 to pay for George Floyd's funeral.
He's having 3. He's having a funeral, a memorial, and then a celebration.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be huge,
which is insane.
man.
Which is that's great
Yeah.
because I think they're all in different places.
Yeah.
I think one's in Houston, one's in Minneapolis.
Going back to the celebrities, I fucking love it, man. When a celebrity doesn't say anything, they just you know what? Let me open my shit. David Dobrik donated fucking couple thousand to some shit. Doesn't really have to say much about it. Kevin Hart's out here donating. Shout out to Charlamagne the God's out here changing shit.
Yeah, he's out.
He's on the phone with He's on the phone with governors. He's fucking digging deep in the shit, trying to get laws changed, trying to get a new civil rights. You just boot to basically a civil rights on fucking steroids act, and shit's getting changed. And I was listening to a fucking rock song the other day, and it was I've heard it before, but when I heard the words, it was what the fuck? There's a song, I forgot what it's called. It's not called Burn It Down, but it's a rock song. And he's his shit he's talking about is exactly what's going on now. But he made this song 5 years ago. But he's basically talking about, he was you got to burn shit down to build shit up. And he was just talking about, everything he was talking about was about the riots and shit. And it was whoa. And then I heard another XXXTentacion song that he's talking about riots and shit. He's talking about looting. And he's don't do this, don't do that because of this and that. He was, but this needs to change. But he wrote that song 2-3 years ago. Isn't that nuts? So shout out to everybody that's making a difference in the community right now. Everybody that's out there doing what they need to do and supporting. Any last words, my love?
No, cheeky girl just woke up.
Look at that little girl, dude.
She's being super sweet.
She's being super sweet on camera, but she's a little devil dog, man. biting the shit out of everything, biting my toes,
Dude,
biting
I
my
have
ears.
battle wounds.
Yeah.
With this dog.
Yeah, I got a couple scars on my fingers. But so that's your last words.
No, just support your brothers and sisters and keep your mouth shut.
Support.
Let's hope that the people with the higher power get some sense in them and actually do something right this year.
So shout out to the Black Lives Matter. Rest in peace, George Floyd. We support everything that's going on right now, and we'll be back next week with another episode. Thank you for listening.